In the previous video, we discussed how to create function using function declaration. In JavaScript, we have another approach to create function. It's function expression. What's the difference? So we know to create function, we will use keyword function, name, and then we can use this function. But let's take a look how it looks function expression. So first of all, we need to create some variable. And to this variable we will assign a function without name. And what do we have? We created function without name and we assigned this function to variable say hello. Here the function is created and assigned to a variable explicitly, like any other variable. No matter how the function is defined, it's just a value stored in the variable say hello. The meaning of this code sample is the same: create a function, put it into a variable say hello. We can run it and see result. Let's try. I will show you one sample. In this case, without brackets, what we will see? We see a body of this function. Function wasn't executed. Let's even this way. We see body of this function, but in case we will call it with brackets, let's run, we will see hello name. Function was executed. I will clear it and run again. We see that function was executed. It means in JavaScript, if we want to see a body of function, we can just, for example, console log name of function without brackets, do not execute it. For example, we can do the same alert. And we will see that it's a function, but inside some native code. So what we can understand from this approach, if it's a variable, we can work with functions as a variable. For example, we can create hello another variable and assign say hello function the same without execution. And in our case, we can call two functions. Let's try. The first one was executed and the second one was executed. So it means in case we assigned function to another variable, this variable is the same function, because of, we can say that we copied the body of function into this variable. But in case if we will write this one with function execution, we will see that hello name and that's it. Another, we have error because hello is not a function. Right now, hello is a result of execution this function. In our case, it will be what? I guess you know it's undefined. Let's try. Run it. Hello name. And hello is undefined. Why? Because of we executed this function, but we didn't return anything. And by default, function returns undefined. Another interesting feature what I want to show you in functions, that parameters, we can pass another function as a parameter to any function. For example, let's create such function. What do we have? We have function ask and we put question and two another parameters. If I will put this one, it will look better, else. So we put variable yes and no, and we ask question. If condition will be true, we will execute yes, because of it's a function. So how it looks in real life. First of all, we need to create two functions. Let's create show OK and show cancel function. And now we can use these functions in this way. Let me show you. So we declared function ask. Now we execute this function. As the first parameter we pass string do you agree. We can pass any string. And then we pass two functions. We don't execute them, just pass name of this function. Show OK and show cancel. Inside our function, these values of this function will be assigned to yes. And then if this statement will be true, it will be executed. So let's take a look. Do you agree? If we click OK, we see you agreed. Confirm returns true, and we execute section of true, and we call yes function. Yes function is this one. We pass it as a parameter. Another interesting approach how we can use it. Let's delete them, for example, and as a parameter we can pass a function directly without declaring even a variable. So everything what we need, we can put function directly and with the whole body. In our case, and for no, we will create another function. So we created two functions. Let's run. So do you agree to subscribe my YouTube channel? Yes, we click OK, and we have result sure. So this function was executed, and we even didn't declare it or create it somehow in our code. So let's wrap up what we know about this function expression. So functions are values. They can be assigned, copied, or declared in any place of the code. It can be declared inside our function, any function. We can declare it inside all script. We can declare it as a parameter to function, and we even can declare it inside another function. For example, let's try another function. And what we need to do, we need to call this function, for example, this one. Let's take a look, and we see nice result 5. So we called function sum. In this function we executed a plus b, we saved to result. Then we created another function nice message to show a nice result of execution with some text. Then inside this function we executed this function, we called this function, and we console log this result. And that's it. So we can declare a function anywhere where we need. In most cases, when we need to declare a function, function declaration is preferable because it's visible prior to the declaration itself. That gives us more flexibility in code organization and is usually more readable. We have a name of function and we see how it works. In the next video I will show you the difference between function declaration and function expression more detailedly.